All right, welcome to another episode of the MMA Fight Game Podcast. We are here with a one half of the Rage in the Cage 24 main event, April 6th, 2024, at the legendary Tim Hortons IcePlex behind MCC in Rochester, New York. This is a massive 135-pound bout. We have a 135-pound stalwart in Tim Fargo. He's number one in the U.S. He's in the Northeast, excuse me. He's also number one in New York State. He is fighting against an uber prospect in Mason Lewis, who the buzz on the street is very high. Mason has actually written down Tim's name, saying that this was the benchmark in the division in the amateur ranks, as well as this is probably, in my opinion, the biggest amateur fight card in the country in 2024. I don't think there's anything bigger from top to bottom. And then you headline it with Mason Lewis and Tim Fargo. Tim, I truly appreciate the time. Massive bout this Saturday night. How are you?
Good.
Good. I appreciate you joining us. Massive bout in a big venue, big opportunity. You're taking on an uber prospect. Talk to me about how did this fight all come up?
I'm not really sure. Someone else kind of came up. I seen him start doing fights, and he was fighting in some of the promotions that I fought in before, and then they just started messaging me about it. But I think it was supposed to originally happen February or something like that, but the thing got canceled.
Okay, was
So
that it?
it's
Was
been
that
a
it?
long time.
Yeah, was that at Gladius? Because I know you're an alumni of Full Contact Promotions, who you're fighting on Saturday night. Gladius, which is Matt Phillips's promotion, and then you got Victory Cage Fighting. Was that the main event bout for that card?
No, that was Rage in the Cage too. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was I'm not sure if something happened, what like in the venue or what. So it got canceled, but
Yeah,
like the whole card,
there's
I
been
think it
some
just got
issues.
pushed back.
Yeah, there's been some issues.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been some issues with the venues, but I think that we've gotten some things locked down with the Bill Gray's IcePlex. Obviously, we have your card April 6th. Then we run it back again May 11th at the same venue. But it's a massive, massive, massive fight card in a legendary venue. How excited are you to be fighting in such a big venue against a very, very game opponent?
I don't know. I always it's all the same kind of to me at the end when you once you get out there, it kind of seems all. But it's a good opportunity to fight in a big place like that and be the main event
Yeah, and
with a good crowd.
what are your expectations for this Saturday night?
Uh, Probably there'll probably be a lot of wrestling happening, I would imagine, between the two of us. Uh, so I don't know. I just kind of go with it. See, you can't really plan out a fight too much, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're and I don't want to age you, but you're the grizzled veteran. You're a grindy athlete fighter, and then you have this up and coming who probably can match your wrestling skills, which you guys are, in my opinion, the two best in New York State, two of the very best in the amateur ranks in the U.S. Northeast. Probably could even go nationally, but there's rumors on the street that this could be your last amateur bout, which is why we're pushing having everybody come out, because this could be the last time they see you in an amateur cage, as well as almost Mason. Win or lose for either one of you, you guys are going to make that pro debut next. Is that true?
Yeah, I planned on going pro after this. I thought about it after the last couple, but then they keep finding me good opponents in amateur, so I figured why not get as many in as I can with good matchups. So they keep finding them, so I kept going.
Yeah, and then with Mason, there's also rumors out there that you went away for training camp. Kind of why we were playing a little back and forth, not when I screwed up the times to get on an interview with you, but you also went away for a training camp for this fight. Where'd you go?
Uh, I went to Arizona to fight ready for a while, for a couple weeks, that
Okay.
just to check it out for the future and get some good training in there. And then I was once I was back, I was going to all my regular places here. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so Fight Ready is obviously Henry Cejudo's gym. Was did you get any opportunities with some of the big names out there? I know Wei Lee's out there. Is Figueroa still out there as well, who's fighting Cody Garbrandt at UFC 300, and obviously Wei Lee is fighting Jan at UFC 300 as well. Did you get any opportunities with some of those stalwarts?
No, I didn't. They weren't, them guys weren't there when I was there. Some of them were, but like Cejudo and a couple others were there. But there's a amateur team and pro team, so there's a lot of practice going on every day. So it's nice there.
Yeah, and obviously, did you roll with the AMI team or did you roll with the pro team?
I went with the amateur team. They did because they normally, if you once you have pro fights, they'll throw you in the other ones. But some of the pro guys still come spar with us, or train. So I got some in with some guys from there, pro guys.
Any names we would know?
Hunter, that guy that was on the Ultimate Fighter,
Okay.
he was one of the amateur coaches, so he trained with us a little bit. He was
Yeah,
on
go ahead.
he was on there with on Michael Chandler's team
Okay.
on the show.
Yeah. And then, after you got back, what are your expectations for Saturday night? Obviously, you said a lot of wrestling. Do you have a vision of how this fight's going to go, what you're looking to do without giving away too much game plan as well?
Uh, I don't really plan out too much. I just kind of am aware of what they like to do, what their favorite things they keep doing, and then kind of just go with however it's going. I don't like
Yeah.
to get in too deep on of something and then have it not work.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, massive card. It's gonna be well attended at the Tim Hortons IcePlex Rage in the Cage 24 this coming Saturday, which is April 6th, 2024. We talked about your pro debut, and then your gym, and then you said you were training with another Full Contact Promotions alumni, Vinny Iannuzo. What is training with Vinny and those guys meant to your development as well?
It works out good training with him because we're like opposite wrestling and striking, so we kind
Mhm.
of fit together well when we train. So it works out good.
Yeah, that's great. And before we wrap this up, what are your is there anybody any sponsors or any of your team that you want to thank for, helping you get ready for this weekend's card?
John Franchi at Fifth Round Fitness, and Gene Mills at Ultimate Athletics with Pin to Win, and all the rest of the guys at those places, and Len at Dojo One.
Yeah. And then John, you said John Frenchie?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he done fighting and he's the coaching? Because I remember seeing him having a war with Cub Swanson back in the.
Yeah, he's not fighting anymore, but I think he should have kept going. I
Yeah,
hope
I
he
mean,
sees this now.
what's that?
I said I hope he sees this now.
Well, we'll definitely get that out. I mean, he was one of those original Bomb Squad guys back in the day with, obviously Casey Lamb from Synthesis Martial Arts, John Bones Jones, the number one GOAT as well. But, Frenchie had some wars. I've seen him fight at casinos locally here before. So, you definitely have the coaching. But if anybody's looking to get tickets, they can definitely DM you to get tickets. I know there are still some available. but it's a massive, massive card. Again, I can't stress this enough. You know, you have the number one U.S. Northeast amateur 135-pound athlete, as well as the number one New York athlete, going against the number 10. But this is probably the biggest matchup in the bantamweight. And, you know, you're going to be able, if you guys come out on Saturday night, April 6th at the Tim Hortons IcePlex, you're going to be treated to a near pro bout under the amateur rule set. You know, Tim, I truly appreciate the time on an Easter Sunday, making time. I definitely look forward to hearing, watching you compete. I've heard a lot of good, positive things about you. It's going to be one hell of a fight. I can't wait. I truly appreciate the time. Okay. Can you sit tight?
Yep.